there was a report that the DOJ is using an old fraud law in a brand new way. The Department of Justice launched an investigation into corporate diversity, equity, and inclusion programs under the False Claims Act, anti-fraud statute of financial fraud. And they've already sort of targeted companies like Google and Verizon under investigation. To me, this sort of wondering, are they really fighting fraud, or are they staging a culture war showdown? What do you think, Matt?
This comes from a great report in the Wall Street Journal. And look, I break from what might seem to stereotypically be the political orthodoxy of the Democratic Party on this. I happen to agree that over the last 5 years, a certain amount of wokeism got out of control. I'm not alone in that view. For example, Professor Randall Kennedy made a splash last year, writing an op-ed in the Harvard Crimson. He's an eminent scholar of race and civil rights, saying, look, I'm a scholar on the left who's committed to struggles for social justice. The reality surrounding mandatory DEI statements, however, make me wince. There's also a stack of evidence that DEI trainings are absolutely useless on the corporate level. They do not advance diversity, equity, or inclusion. They're essentially an industry that exploded in 2020 and 2021 as corporate entities and institutions tried to kind of get themselves right with the new political orthodoxy. This is the kind of thing that comes from a genuine place of people wanting to have more diversity, wanting to not be racist dicks to one another. That's, of course, a wonderful and important thing. And there's a proud tradition of using federal government power to fight racism, fight discrimination. But what we're talking about in that situation is upholding the law, upholding the Constitution, which prohibits discrimination on the basis of race. This is a case of a mafia tactic of getting companies to go along with your political agenda by distorting a law. And it's obviously another Trump mess.
Look, DEI deserves scrutiny, but this tool is dangerous. This sets a precedent Republicans may regret. If a conservative DOJ can use fraud laws to punish DEI, a future Democrat DOJ could use the same tools to punish companies for climate policies, gun policies, donations. This is weaponized regulation that I think Republicans are going to come to regret. And I think the way we're using justice is going to cause more long-term problems than we are even thinking about right now.